So I just got home, like uh, about an hour ago from seeing the Backrooms movie, and it was pretty liminal, gotta say. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to make this too long since I'm gonna. I'm not spending my summers editing a video this long if I ever make it a video. But just to give my thoughts on the movie, since I can, it was really good. I genuinely This is great. I'm pretty sure that the last movie I saw in theaters was Iron Lung. So that's back to back great indie movies. I need to see Obsession, but a great start to my horror watch list of 2026. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see any other movies. Anyway, um, so I think the backrooms element of this movie was handled just extraordinarily. The set is great. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get into spoiler territory just because I want to. So sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight into what I think about the backrooms itself, which is that so before the movie came out, after the trailer was released, a lot of people caught on the idea that this was like gonna be a dementia, Alzheimer's analogy, which I think is a perfect way to use the backrooms. And I wouldn't have minded if that was the direction they went. But I love what they did with it, what Kane did with it. I need to give him the credit for this because this is, as far as I know, this is his complete idea. So, uh, the way they tied it into mental health was great. Clark being this shitty guy who doesn't like that he's a shitty guy, but is just too accepting of that side of him that he thinks there's nothing to change and therefore it's not that much of a problem. Uh, so I think having the backrooms be a still point um, that is like an escape from any real interactions from reality is another great avenue to take the concept of the backrooms and apply it to a mental situation. The movie does focus a lot on the whole brain thing, like with the ending where she's getting her brain scanned. Uh, what was her name? Mary? Yeah, pretty sure it was Mary. Oh my god, she was great. I, I can't believe how she was only in this movie for like not that much of it. Like, she's basically the main character of the movie. We start off with her, but I feel like we did not see much of her compared to Clark and the backrooms. Uh, which is awesome that we saw so much of the backrooms. I love that horror movies these days are like straying away from the whole. Okay, we're gonna have the basic plot point, and then we're gonna have the horror element come in like for 10 minutes of the movie, kind of like slashers. Um, anyway, Mary's involvement in the movie was really good. I just wish that I wish that she wasn't it more. But like, I still think that we got enough of her. So can't really complain about that, to be honest. I loved Clark. I thought I, the realization that he was living inside the furniture store was kind of funny. I was just looking around and I was like, either he has a really weird apartment setup or this is just the store. And of course it is. I wonder if he was planning on selling that bed. Yeah, the horror element of this movie was I was unnerved. It's a little hard to describe my feelings on this movie, but I got relaxed as hell in the theater, even though the seats didn't recline. They were cushy as fuck. and I was just sitting there looking up at the screen, all leaned back and shit. It was nice. I I, I was the only person sitting in the front area. Everyone was like behind me, so I genuinely felt like that one image of the guy staring intently at the in the theater. I really felt like that guy because I was silent the whole time. No one else was. It really pissed me off. Stop, stop selling shit at movie theaters that is in bags. Sell it in boxes, for the love of God. I think someone had a grocery bag too, so I don't know what that was about. um, I didn't get anything, so I guess now I know what it's like to watch a movie in complete silence while everyone else is chewing on popcorn. Anyway, back to the movie. Um, the entities, or the life forms, as they're more officially known as in the Kane Pixel series, not what I was expecting. It confuses me a little now. Um, with the difference between life forms and bacteria. I don't know if there is a difference. I'm not entirely sure. Uh, I was throughout the last week or so, I was watching the Kane Pixel series, and I got through about 2/3 of Wendigoon's most recent video. I didn't finish it. I haven't finished it yet. I will soon. So I don't know. Kane Pixels, the format he uses for the series is one of those things where like it's I have a hard time picking up on minor details. I tried. Okay, yeah. The life forms though scared the piss out of me. Jesus. That scene with the Christmas tree was just terrifying. I just the light switch and then the woman just walking up to him. Jesus. No. That laundry room scene was so good. I was just staring at that head in the pile of clothes and I was like, how the is he not seeing that? Well, I guess he's a little high, but still. Man, imagine actually taking psychedelics, not just marijuana, and going into the back rooms. That would be a trippy experience. Uh, but that scene was great. I loved it. Yeah, the main life form though, that was freaky as shit. That I can't imagine how less scary it would be if it was just the bacteria or a similar entity. The the fake Clark, so much better. Oh my god. The reveal scene was so terrifying. Oh my god. Man, that scene reminded me of what it was like to be afraid of the dark as a child. And that's crazy. Like, because I've been thinking about that a lot recently for some reason. And just that scene invoked that feeling of like walking through the dark halls at night of my house. God, uh, that was just so good. I so many props to Kane Parsons for this. Holy shit, he did not. I trust him. Obviously, he did not ghost direct this. Man, okay. Back on the mental health aspect. I don't know. It's just Clark was a really good character to follow for this, and I don't have many problems with the way he was written or anything like that. Uh, I felt very bad for him at the end though, to be devoured by his own self, because yeah, he's a very loud and aggressive person when he gets upset, and while the fake version of himself wasn't loud or anything, it was completely silent. It's big and it's just kind of like stumbles, and I think it's supposed to be, and if it is, it's a great way of showing his inner self. And it is very sad to have him be torn apart by himself because he just wants to be normal, I'm sure. And I think given uh the other parts of the Backroom series, that the Backrooms do make you insane. The complex has to drive people who there's something in it, probably the bacteria, that is making people who enter it go insane if they stay there for too long. I think that's what happened with Clark. and I feel very bad for him. The admittance of having a problem but not wanting to accept it enough to change is a very real struggle that, I'm sure a lot of people have seen in people. I've seen it in people. And I don't know. I liked Clark as a character a lot. And Mary was so good too. I loved. Okay, before I get to her again, there's a lot of shots in this movie that feel like Kane pixels, that feel like Kane's style. Um, like in the non-found footage styled videos of his. It feels so much like him. He put every ounce of his creative mind into this movie, and I love it. But anyway, other than that, um, the shots that was just the back rooms doing its replication thing was cool because all from what I remember, all the scenes where you just see the back rooms doing different shit is related to Mary. Like it's her child. It's her childhood living room first, and then it's other things. I don't remember what specifically they were. It was places. It was just like the whole movie, I guess, at the end. But it went to her, and I guess that's what makes her the main character because her mom was clearly deluded in some sort of mental illness, and it severely affected her. And that's probably why she became a therapist. And she says at the end, "I can't help anyone," which is definitely how she felt about her mother. Um, which is something I think, which is okay. Actually, that gives me an interesting thought about the Backrooms, which is they do the whole describing a dog then drawing it thing a lot in the film, and it kind of makes me. It's like if you made the Backrooms a person, it's like it's trying to get better. Like obviously it's trying to replicate the world better, but it's trying to understand better. It's trying to become sane, which is definitely what Clark was probably the best creation the Backrooms have ever created so far because for a while it was both docile and seemingly understanding the Clark. Hard to say because he was insane by the end, but yeah, like the Backrooms itself could be like considered a patient that's just trying to become sane. So that's interesting. But no, Mary's story with trying to help people with mental illness was great. Uh, the the piece of cement she was holding, uh, there's definitely I don't remember if it was actually prevalent as a theme throughout the film, but stuff like trying to hold on to the past and make sense of it. That's somewhere in the film, definitely with the cement. Uh, okay. I'm just I'm gonna give my one critique of the film, and that's basically it. Uh, this movie definitely feels like another episode of the Backroom series by Kane Pixels, and I think that's great. The only problem is, uh, the Backrooms aren't as explored as I would want it to be. Even, I mean, the movie gives you enough. I would say I don't. I'm not upset about it or anything. It's just I think I can love this movie so much mostly because I know about the canonical series on YouTube. So it's kind of it's I don't know. I don't know if it is a problem, but loving a movie because of what because you know like other things about its creative process uh maybe speaks to the quality of the film when you put it by itself, but I'm not gonna fault anyone for that. No, I'm not gonna fault Kane for that or anything. He said he wants to make more of this stuff, whether it be more movies or a show, and I'm all for that. Give me more of this, please. Give me the next episode. Pretty sure the last one came out like a year ago. No, that's wrong. I'm stupid. Came out earlier this year. Bruh. Anyway, that's my only critique of the film is that standalone wise, it leaves you feeling more, and I think it's so real quick. I forgot to talk about the ending, which I really want to do. So yeah, I was talking about it earlier, and then I kind of just like drifted away from it. So I'm coming back to record this. Uh, the stuff where it randomly cuts to shots of the complex replicating the real world, specifically the living room. And then later just the world of areas we see in the movie. It those all relate to Mary, so I think it's portraying her kind of slipping away from reality after having just witnessed what happened. Especially, it's definitely tied to her because of the way it was showing her brain scans. I don't know if there is anything interesting in those brain scans. I've never studied any of that stuff. Well, I have, but not enough, not in that sort of way. So I couldn't speak to where if there is any developments in her brain that could relate to anything. But yeah, the ending is so unnerving to me. It like is so it just makes me anxious because like I I don't think I've ever seen in movies involving the creepy the big bad scientists who are definitely shady. Uh, I've never seen them questioning someone and then the person they're questioning is just like, "What are you going to do to me?" And then someone just says, "I can't tell you that." That's fucking crazy. I don't know. I can't think of a single time I have ever seen that happen, and it has to have. But I love that because obviously Mary's not stupid, and that's what makes her a great character. I mean, there's no one in this film that's stupid. I mean, Clark is a little crazy because he's just not doing well, so I don't blame him for anything. Uh, I forgot their names. The guy was high, and the girl was just concerned for her boyfriend. I don't think anyone was stupid for anything. So that's cool. I like that. The only stupid people are async. Fuck those people. God, I hate them. Hope the guy that shot the dude in Reunion is doing well. They said he died. Hopefully he didn't. But yeah, just Mary's situation at the end. I do wonder if that'll ever come to play in Kane's Backroom series. It might not, since there might be a legal thing between what's specifically in the A24 movie compared to the rest of Kane's series. Who knows? They might mention the character if Kane's allowed to, which I hopefully he is. If A24 is the one to control that stuff, I hope that they let him do that kind of thing. Really hope so. And I really hope that he makes more of this stuff and maybe makes non-Backrooms related things. He already has with Oldest View and other stuff on his other channels. Now, I'm gonna really sign off this time. Now this video is gonna be about like 25 minutes. Damn. Uh, that being said, doesn't count if it's weed. It's JascornMEM here. Thanks for watching, everyone. First video. Let's go. So I guess I am expected to say a few things. So first off, I'm just gonna say this isn't gonna be my usual type of content. I'm sorry if you enjoyed it so much you would like me to do more, but I don't really want to, especially since it's a very low effort video, which I do apologize for. But if you made it this far, I guess you don't care. I'm gonna be doing mostly game-related stuff. I guess not necessarily mostly, but yeah. I'll be working on those. They should come out soon, and I hope you enjoy. So again, thanks for watching. If you feel there's something I didn't cover about the movie that you would like to discuss, just comment it, and I'll very likely respond, since it'll be exciting to get comments. All right, bye.